Patrick, SD6 team, 16, I'm speaking in favor of the Thursday. Um, The comments about, people not being here or people having printed up advertising or all of that, I don't think those are actually germane. I mean, I'm not saying that they don't happen, but the convention runs from Thursday morning, Wednesday afternoon, Thursday morning to Saturday. If you're coming, you'll be here for both votes. Um, One of the reasons that the committee recommended the change is to set us up as for a smoother schedule in the 26 convention, in the 30 convention, 2030. It's a presidential year and it's slower if we do it on Friday. That's why we have the continual overruns. So what we're trying to do, and I was not on the convention committee, but this is just what I'm advised of. What we're trying to do is set a precedent,
Matt,
this
that's
committee,
fine.
and it's a little slower. That's time. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
Mr. Nichols, SD26, I'll call the question.
You don't need to do that. Just probably don't say anything.
All right, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, Andy Eller, SD24.
Yeah,
Point of inquiry.
yes.
Were you aware that there will be an SREC meeting on Wednesday afternoon where they adopt this rule?
Yes. Okay. Anyone else to speak against? Four is already done.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
Robert Gray, SD6, speaking against the motion. So real briefly, there's been a lot of talk from committee members here about future conventions. I think the primary focus should be on the 2026 convention, not on 2028 or presidential year or anything like that. Obviously, we've already talked about some members who spoke against related to, what this will do for Friday. Obviously, I think just one extra day is not going to mean much. It will mean enough to where we should go ahead and stick to what we have and just meet on Friday. And if there's any changes that we want to do, and if you're to 2028, let's leave it to 2028. Thank you.
Thanks.
Chairman,
Yes,
Chairman,
go ahead.
4. I'll speak 4.
Four is out of time. I have about
Mr.
a minute and a
Chairman.
half left on against.
Mr. Chairman, Brandon Moore, SD21 against.
Yes, call the question. You did, and I didn't entertain the motion because I don't think we've discussed it enough. But go ahead. This is going to be one of the issues in the convention supplemental rules that's pretty heavily contested. We only have 5 minutes each side. So I think it would be good to get everybody heard, especially on these two.
Fair enough.
That's my reasoning.
Uh,
Go ahead.
Mr. Chairman, Brandon Moore, SD21. Great arguments made for and against this motion. The one thing I would add is that on Thursday, we elect our permanent committee members and we expect them to go serve in their committee right away. So we will be, if we have this vote on Thursday, most of them likely will not be able to participate in this vote, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. Anyone else? Go ahead.
If we want to make this, Josh Flynn, SD15 against, if we want to make this change for a presidential year, we should codify that as that, so that at least people have 2 years' notice. They can see the rule change this year for 2 years from now. This is making a change that for precedent for 40 years, at least that I've been a part of, has always been on Friday, and now we're just changing it to Thursday. So half the people here don't even know that half the people that show up at the convention, it's their first convention.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing none, we'll move to vote. I'm going to do a standing vote because I think it's going to be close enough. I don't want to go by ear. So all in favor of the amendment, which would be to have the SREC election on Thursday, please stand. Okay. Please sit down. All against the motion, please stand. By a vote of 14 to 15, the motion fails.
Abstention.
Excuse me?
Greg
Oh.
Parker, SD4, abstain.
That's the, yep, and then Greg. Thank you. My apologies for forgetting to ask who abstained. Okay, we are now on motions again. Anyone else have a motion to amend the motion on the floor, which is the supplemental convention rules?
Mr. Chairman,
Brendan?
uh, in Rule 5, this is really just a clerical, I believe we still need to add the word "to" before the secretary's email address. And then
Where are you looking?
Rule 5, if you look at 5A, the
Secretary at Texas Geo
correct,
submission to.
just add submission to.
Uh, Motion to add it. Is there any objection? Hearing none, we'll add the word to. Anyone else have a motion with relation to the convention supplemental rules?
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. Brandon Moore, SD 21. I've got a few others that I did send to the secretary.
Okay.
Actually, first, Rule 8, point of information. What are no primary counties? I did not understand that terminology. In Rule 8. It's the last line of the first paragraph of Rule 8. It says no primary, absent counties, no primary counties have been deducted. Not familiar with that term. In 2022, the language was counties which did not have a convention. Is the chair advised on what no primary counties are?
Reading it right now. See it. It's up on the screen. Chair's not advised.
Okay, Mr. Chairman, do we have a question? here? Sorry. Um,
Go ahead. You wanted to make a motion?
Yes, sir. On Rule 8, I move that we strike no primary and replace it with counties which did not have a convention.
Is there a second? Second by Chuck Burnett. Now on discussion. Brendan, do you want to speak?
Simply, I couldn't tell you what no primary counties were, and every county should have had a primary. Counties which did not have a convention seems to make sense, and it's clear plain language for everybody.
Anyone else? Hearing none, we'll go to vote. All in favor of the amendment, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The ayes have it. The motion passes. Anything else?
Brandon Moore, SD 21.
Go ahead.
Have amendment to Rule 10 and Rule 15, both. It's a duplicate amendment in both of those.
However you want to present it is fine.
Okay. I would amend where we say that no runoff speeches are allowed, that we strike no and replace with 1 minute, and then insert each candidate in.
Can you, where's the language you're talking about?
In Rule 10 and Rule 15, I believe it is.
Which paragraph? That's what we're trying to find out.
The very last paragraph, it's the very last sentence of Rule 10. And it is the very last sentence of the second paragraph in Rule 15.
Mr. Chairman, Point of order, Andrew Eller, SD 24.
Go ahead.
This was amended. That paragraph was amended originally. And so are we amending now the amendment that I proposed that was adopted?
Correct. Okay, the general rules we're going through in order pertaining to each rule. So we'll go through 46, we'll go through 44, et cetera. And then we don't revisit rules. The base Roberts rule is in relation to germaneness. So if you pass an amendment on a particular subject, this is a different subject, even though it's in the same rule.
Because I did have in the yellow, you can see there, no additional candidate or endorsement speeches shall be permitted for a runoff election.
Yeah, that language is already in there.
Yeah, correct.
So
Just want to make sure we're not doing something out of order here.
no, we're not.
Okay.
That language is in there and that wasn't the subject matter of your amendment. The point of your amendment was something different. It wasn't dealing with runoff speeches. So this is in order. Have it up on the board. So the idea is to give 1 minute, 1 minute speeches in our SREC and for the chair election.
Correct, for chair, vice chair, and SREC to give 1 minute for each candidate in a runoff election.
Got it. Is there a second? Second by Randy Dunning. Do you want to speak in favor of your motion, Brendan?
Yes, sir. I mean, I understand the timing thing and everything and whatnot, but I think it's important, especially when you have multiple candidates in a race originally. Some of those candidates may want to throw their support behind one of the two remaining in the runoff. This allows them to do that. It allows other supporters of theirs to know kind of how they were thinking and what they would support.
Anyone else? Hearing no more discussion, we'll go right to a vote. All in favor of the motion to amend, which would allow 1 minute runoff speeches in SREC elections and chair, vice chair races, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? No. Guys didn't say it at the same time, so I can't tell. All in favor, please stand up.
Okay.
Okay. Sit down. All opposed? Vote of 15 to 11, the motion passes. Any other motions with relation to the convention supplemental rules?
Mr. Chairman, Brandon Moore, SD 21. I have one final one, I promise.
Okay.
In Rule 9, we set the speaking time and during the general session for state chair and state vice chair candidates at 4 minutes per candidate in each race. While equitable, the job between chair and vice chair is not the same. The chair is the one who is leading our party and the one responsible. Vice chair is a support role. And for that reason, I move that we strike 4 and replace with 5 in relation to the state chair speaking time during the first general session.
Motions to change the speaking time for state chair from 4 to 5. Is there a second?
I second Katie Jackson, SD 18.
Okay, there's a second. Discussion.
Mr. Chairman, my apologies. I actually gave my argument for why in my presentation, so I'll save you the time from stating the same thing.
Okay, anyone else want to speak for or against?
Robert Gray, SD6, speaking against this. I would say, I would posit to the committee that state chairman and vice chairman have co-equal roles. Now, obviously, I know that there's a lot of conversation right now about who the state chairman will be, and obviously, maybe not as much discussion on vice chairman, but I think giving 1 extra minute to the state chairman race, I don't see the practicality of that. I'm not sure what that extra minute will do when it comes to just who that individual would say that was maybe convince that other person. And I think, obviously, I think if you wanted to do anything, I would say you would probably want to give the vice chairman another minute as well, if we're being practical in this scenario. So for those reasons, I would speak against.
Okay. Anyone else want to speak for or against?
I'd like to speak against Brenda Platt, SD 12. I think that we have so many running that it's going to take up a lot of time. I think 4 minutes is plenty of time.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, we'll go to vote now. All in favor of the motion, which would be to change the state chairman allotment from 4 to 5 minutes, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Nay. The nays have it. The motion fails. Anything else by anyone? Yes, Craig LaCourte.
Craig McCarty, SD1. Can we scroll up just a little bit on Rule 9? I want to make a clarification, make sure I'm reading the same thing on my screen that's up there, where it says that to be considered a declared candidate for the office of state chairman or state vice chairman, the candidate shall submit written notice of candidacy to the SRE secretary. So I'd like to add the word calendar, at least 10 calendar days prior to the, and then add day of the first general session. That'll take away the clarification. There's been a kind of a lot of, well, I'll speak on it in a minute.
Say that again. It would be at least 10
Yeah, at least 10 calendar days prior to the first day of general session of the state convention.
It's 11:59. But please don't speak from the audience.
Dan Piggins, SD 28, I second that.
There's been a second. Do you want to speak in favor?
Yes, there's been quite a bit of a brouhaha over the fact that 9.5 days is not at least 10. And there's been a lot of discussion over the last several days regarding that. And I think clarifying it, and anybody else is welcome to make a perfecting amendment to make it turn back to exactly 240 hours prior to the beginning of first general session if we want to do that. I'm just looking for I'm trying to make the rule more clarified so that in the future we don't have this same kind of thing going when folks are filing at the very last second or after.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
is it appropriate for me to speak against the rule or?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, speaking against, I don't think this is necessary. This issue is adequately addressed elsewhere in our rules in Rule 1G, where we define when days are calculated. And failing that, even failing that, Robert's Rules of Order covers it. This whole idea that the time of day matters, it seems like that was just invented in the last few days. It's not, it's well established for anybody that's been involved in organizations like ours that when we talk about days notice, you have till 11:59 p.m.
Mr. Chairman, Daniel Hunt, SD3.
Yes. Go ahead.
Speaking for, actually, Rule 1G doesn't really answer the question in this case, as is displayed by at least 50% of the people who don't understand when the day is and when the time is that they have to file. I would actually make a friendly amendment to Mr. Liccardi's amendment. Actually put midnight on the 10th day prior.
You're going to want to put 11:59.
Or 11:59 and 59 seconds. Yes, that's correct. Yes. Thank you. Yes.
If you do, I was just
Is that your amendment to my amendment to the amendment?
I was just a suggestion
Yes,
to,
yes,
to not create further confusion.
yes,
But-
yes, I will change my amendment to 11:59:59. Yes.
Can I ask you a question now? Where do you want that?
Oh, Lord. Where's the language?
There.
At least 10.
Keep in mind, by the way, you have the general rules to address this issue also, which,
Yes, SRE secretary by
let him get us.
11:59:59 PM, at least 10 days there. That's it.
Perfect.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, parliamentary inquiry.
Please state your inquiry.
This rule is mostly a copy of another rule. Is any change that we make to this actually authoritative since it's essentially ex post facto activity?
It would be retroactive. I would suggest if you want to change it for the future, we would change the general rules. Because this is effectively mirroring the general rules that were in effect as of this election or as of June 1st. So if we do want to change it to be more specific, I think the general rules would be a very appropriate place to do that.
Okay, but any change we make here would not affect anything on the race at all, either way? If we struck it and went tomorrow at 5 days, it wouldn't matter what we said on
No.
because the general rules supersede? Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, we'll go to vote. And the friendly amendment was accepted. So we're going to vote now in favor of the motion. It was a friendly amendment was accepted, so there's not two motions. It's all one motion, including the 1159 and the rest of the wording. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
The nays have it. The motion fails. Any other motions to the supplemental convention rules? You can if you want. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do it. All in favor, please stand. All opposed? Sit down, please. Any abstentions?
Parker, SD4.
Got it. Parker abstained. So it's,
29. Carmen, 27.
so you have 3 abstentions? Stand up if you're abstained.
Stand up here for extending.
3.
Abstention.
Okay, so by a vote of 14 to 12, 3 abstentions. I'm sorry, 12 to 14, 3 abstentions. The noes have it. Any other motions with relation to the supplemental convention rules?
Mr. Chairman?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion to add to Rule 9 that any dual candidate is limited to 1 speaking.
What is the language?
I'm going to try and figure that out real fast. Sorry.
Yes, okay.
Maybe one additional sentence that would say, any candidate running for both state chair and vice chair is limited to 1 speaking time frame engagement. Maybe somebody's got a better glossary or source than I do. Speaking time.
I would.
Limit to 1 opportunity to speak. Sorry.
The aggregate of
Any candidate running for both, I think we should probably just add both. Yes, that works. Mr. Chairman, I move that we amend the rule to say that any candidate running for both state chairman and state vice chairman is limited to one speaking opportunity.
4 minutes. Yes. Please state your point of order.
Mr. Chairman, isn't this prohibited by the general rules already? Like, they set these times, don't they? And they control over the supplemental?
To which rule are you referring?
I thought there was a general rule. I haven't looked it up yet, but my brain said there was.
Yeah, it's not in the general rules.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You got it? Chris, does that accurately reflect your motion?
Yes, it does.
Is there a second? Last call.
Second. You can second.
Who was that?
Wait, call for second?
Yes.
Yes, I'll second.
Second by Randy. Do you want to speak?
Yeah, I'll speak to my motion. Basically, we have, limited amount of time here. I understand the purpose of trying to, run for both seats, especially with the gender restriction. They don't know what exactly role they're going for, but presumably they are running for chair and would also run for vice chair should they be limited. I feel that when we're sitting there and asking these individuals to sit there and make massive donations for similar amounts of time frame, that we should try and keep the floor time as tight as possible. I think it's reasonable to ask them to be limited to one speaking time. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Go ahead.
David
Or
Westbrook.
against?
David Westbrook, ST19, against. No, like, everybody that runs for office gets a chance to speak for that office. If you decide to run for multiple offices, you get to speak for multiple offices. There's no way to logically try to bar that, because then you start running into all kinds of other issues. Like, what if they run for more than one? What if they run for three? Like, do they only get to speak once? No.
Thank you. Anyone else for or against?
I would like to vote against.
Go ahead.
Brenda Platt, SD 12. There's two different positions they're running for, and each position has different job descriptions. And so if you're running for chair, you need to speak about what you want to do for chair. And if you're running for vice chair, you need to speak what you're going to do for vice chair. So I think they should be able to both be able to be spoken for.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Mr. Chairman, Daniel Hunt, SD3.
Go ahead, Daniel.
I'm speaking for this rule. If someone chooses to run for both offices, they're going to be at an advantage for someone who just runs for one if they get to speak twice, because then they'll have basically 10 minutes to speak as opposed to just 5 that if somebody running for one office. This isn't going to encourage a lot of people to run for both offices, which I don't think is a wise idea.
Craig, go ahead.
Craig Liccardi, SD1, speaking against. As long as we have rules in our party, and by the way, we are the only party that still acknowledges 2 genders, not 6 or 75 or whatever, like Talafrico. As long as we have, sorry, as long as we have a male-female requirement for the chair / vice chair, one versus the other, we're going to have to, people are going to end up running for both spots because if a female wins the chair race, then the vice chair's got to be a male. You know, we all know how that works. And so by having to run for both offices, they should be given the opportunity to speak to both of those two offices. As someone else said, there's different responsibilities for those, and they need to be given that time to be able to articulate why they're good for that particular position.
Anyone else? Chris Sasha, go on.
Just on a closing point, there are 5 candidates right now that have filed for both chair and vice chair. We are talking about an extra 20 minutes of floor time and 8 minutes and 4 minutes over most of their competition that has only filed for 1 seat. I just don't think that is a just use of our time, and I hope the other members of the committee consider that. Thank you.
Any other discussion?
Randy Dunning, SD3. Okay, I've been going here since 1988.
For or against?
I am for. I've been going here since 1988, and I have listened to numerous party chairman races, and I've not heard one where they didn't just present their party credentials and why they're a great person and why they're an excellent Republican. And hearing that twice, I just don't see anyone actually presenting in 5 minutes their detailed credentials why they should be the party chairman or the party vice chairman. So I think the point is that the people who file for both are getting 2 speaking opportunities. The people who file for 1 are getting 1. I just don't see that being equitable, and I don't see it being a good use of the convention's time.
Thank you. Anyone else? Hearing none. All right, Brenda, sorry. You can raise your hand so I can see it.
Brenda Platt, SD12. I'm wondering if we can amend the amendment by stating that if you're running for both offices, that you get a lesser amount of time, 3 minutes instead of 5 minutes, something like that, so they both get a chance to speak on their chair and vice chair position, saving us some time that way.
Are you proposing an amendment to the amendment or proposing a friendly amendment?
An amendment to the amendment.
Okay. State your amendment to the amendment. You need language.
Okay, Brenda Platt, SD12, I'm making an amendment to the amendment for rule number 9 to strike if you're running for chair and vice chair, the same person running for chair and vice chair have 3 minutes per speaking time.
So you would strike all that. Running, not all of it, but just limited to.
Okay. Yeah.
Can't have the mic.
Brenda, does that accurately state your amendment? Amendment? Okay. Do you want to speak? Oh, do we have a second? Armin,
Dr. Morris,
Calderon,
SB 13,
second.
I'll second that motion.
Armin did it.
That amendment.
Good. Thank you. Go ahead. Do you want to speak?
As it's been brought up by Chris Sasha, that the amount of time on the floor is costing us lots of money. So I'm trying to save us 25 minutes, I think it is, in this. So I vote for my change.
Okay. Anyone else?
France on what ESD7. Just a, I don't know, it would be a point of information, but if the one candidate has already used up 4 minutes their first time and then runs for the second office, how could they be in compliance with the rule? Would it make more sense, question mark, to make it a cumulative 6 minutes for a candidate that runs for 2 offices? If they use more time once, then so be it.
That is a really, really good point, but not a good point of information.
I didn't know exactly how to couch it, but.
So, go ahead. Chris.
All right, I'm going to very quickly speak in opposition, then we can make whatever corrections. Look, I had a friend of mine that was wanting to engage the floor, and basically the party is getting $5,000 a minute per donation, and for us to sit there and allow candidates that aren't sitting there, and we have 5 candidates, which is more than I've ever seen run for 2 spots, which I think is encouraging this behavior when I'm not sure that, I'm not going to question the good faith of the candidates that are running, but I'm saying that we value this amount of time. That floor time is very valuable to the party. It's very valuable to the delegates, that we sit there and keep them to the same 4. I would speak on opposition because even this still creeps into more floor time. Thank you.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
over here, John.
Oh, hey.
SB 31. Point of information, are you advised as to why we're essentially allowing a candidate to have their name twice on a ballot when we don't allow that any other time in the state of Texas?
Chair's not advised as to the reason behind it. Okay. Hearing no other discussion, we'll go to a vote on, this is the motion to amend the amendment. So this is in favor of, this is for or against the language in red, which would limit the state chairman and vice chairman to 3 minutes for each office. All in favor, please say aye. Yes. Any candidate running for both state chairman and state vice chairman is limited to 3 minutes for each office, referring to speaking time. All in favor of the amendment to the amendment, please indicate by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? No. Noes have it. The motion fails. Now we are on the Chris Sasha amendment. Hearing any other discussion? Hearing none. We're now voting on the main amendment, and that is any candidate running for both state chairman and state vice chairman is limited to 1 speaking opportunity of 4 minutes. All in favor of the amendment, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? No. Standing. All in favor, please stand. Okay, please sit. All against, please stand. Okay, please sit. Abstain. 2 abstentions. By a vote of 18 to 11 to 2, the motion passes. Do we have any other motion? Go ahead, Craig.
Mr. Chairman, this is Craig Licardi, SD1. What we just, the language that's in the red without the yellow highlight.
Correct.
I'd like to make a slight amendment to that. Any candidate running for both state chair and state vice chair is allowed 4 cumulative minutes. That way they could use some of their time running as chair and some of their time running as vice chair.
Is there a point of order? Matt?
Point of order sustained. It does change what we just voted on. Proper time to do that would be a motion to amend.
Yeah, no. We've already passed the amendment.
Mr. Chairman, point of information, SD30.
Hold on one second.
Of information.
Hey, hold on one second. Okay, I'm going to overrule the point of order. Allow the amendment. Go ahead, Craig.
He's allowing it.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, I just, if someone's running for both offices, kind of going with the same arguments from before, two different offices, if they use a couple of minutes in there, or if they use all 4 minutes for the chair, then they don't have any time left for the vice chair. But if they only use 2 minutes, they've got 2 minutes left. And so they'll still get the same 4 minutes, but it'll give them the opportunity to be able to speak to each of those two individual offices.
So what is the specific wording you want?
Any candidate running for both state chair, state vice chair is limited to 4 cumulative minutes. Just clarify that with comma divided up between both. Both races.
I would take out of speaking opportunity. Dealing with it's somebody who's running for both. Yes, more than one opportunity. Okay. Does that accurately state your motion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
And from now on, we'll try to, when something's directly dealing with the subject matter, we'll try to get that as an amendment to the amendment.
Point of information.
Go ahead.
If I had, for example, given a motion to reconsider since I voted in the affirmative, we would have been able to do that, correct?
That's correct, but in the instance of time, we'll just do it here and try to streamline it later. Okay. Do we have a second? Second? Okay, do you want to speak in favor of your motion? Craig?
Yes, as I mentioned before, I believe that if they're going to run for two different offices, they should be able to speak to both those two different offices.
Anyone else? Chris?
I'm going to speak in opposition, and it's not really in the concept. It's only in the fact that if they're going to be breaking up into multiple opportunities, I don't think there's anything in the current amendment that we discussed that prohibits them from, I'm running for chair for 2 minutes, I'm running for vice chair, or closing out the last minute and being like, hey guys, I'm also running for vice chair. I just believe that if we sit there and we have them have multiple opportunities, that eats more staff time, floor time, because you have to reintroduce them again from the mic, stuff like that. So I don't think anything about the current language limits what they can say. It just limits them to one opportunity to say both things, which I think is more efficient use of the floor time. Thank you.
Anyone else?
Mr. Chairman, Brandon Moore, SD 21, against.
Go ahead.
Uh, While I appreciate this, my plan is to probably offer an amendment in general rules that would prevent somebody from running for more than one office. I just see that's where our fit should be, which is the only reason I'm voting against this.
Thank you.
Daniel Hunt, SD3, speaking for.
Yes, go ahead.
I appreciate the fact that a candidate could speak to both offices in their one opportunity to speak. However, the delegates are going to be thinking about that one office at that time. They're not going to be thinking about the other office. The other thing is, yes, it would take maybe a few seconds extra longer as they introduce the people, but it's not going to be a significant amount of time to just introduce somebody and they start their time.
Thank you. Anybody else? Seeing none, we will go ahead and vote. Now we're voting on the motion, which would be replacing the language we just passed with the Liccardi motion, which is any candidate running for both state chairman and state vice chairman is limited to 4 cumulative minutes divided between both races. So a yes vote would be to allow 4 minutes divided between the races. A no vote would be the previously passed language, which is 1 opportunity of 4 minutes. All in favor of the motion, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? Nay. Stand up, please, if you are in favor of the motion. Susan, you're throwing me off like Jerry does. I can't tell if you're standing. Sorry, I gotta make sure to count. All against. Everybody in favor, please stand one more time. Sorry. Susan, you're up, right? Yeah. No, this is in favor. All in favor of the motion, please stand up.
Who said that?
Please sit. All against.
So now it passed 15 to 14.
Any abstentions? I saw you stand up, Greg. I'm very disappointed. No. 15 to 14, the motion passes. No. Any other motions related to the supplemental convention rules? Okay. Looks like we've wound down on that. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to have public comment time from 3 to 4. It looks like we've exhausted the supplemental convention rules amendments. I'm going to give you a break until 2. We'll reconvene at 2, take up the supplemental convention rules. That way you have time to look it over, make sure we don't miss anything. So meeting back here at 2, and we'll stand at ease. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, will they be emailing this out?
We'll update the live link.
Rachel's going to update the live link.
Okay.
Will the room be locked?
How do I get the live link?
It's Houston, Texas.
I only trust about 30% of the people in this room. Don't take your stuff with you. No, I'm totally joking. But we don't know if the room will be locked or not, so guard your stuff.
Is this going to be, Mr. Chairman, is this going to be emailed to us? Is that what you said?
No, live, it's going to be the live doc.
Do we, we don't have a link to the live doc?
What you do, I emailed you the live link. It's not updated yet. I will do it during our break.
I'm going to return my resume.
No, not through the Wi-Fi.
Take our computers because our.
You got Wi-Fi, you're good.
No, but the live doc, the one that she's manipulating on the screen.
Trying to avoid it.
She just said she sent it. I don't have it.
On my knees. No, well, hold on.
What are you trying to get us to vote for?
Those better be.
Trying to keep everyone sweet.
Good answer.
Well, we've not dealt with that.
Okay, go to Jen.
Oh, we did.
This morning.
Totally done. 10 days, the 10 days.
There he is, right there in the back.
We didn't do anything. Reworded it today.
So, I sent it to the email address.
Did you get a, Randall, did you get a link from Rachel? I got. Yes, sir. How you doing? Yeah, good to see you. Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
So you want to sit?
Oh, I'm always
Whole nother.
I saw my name there, so.
Amen. Amen.
Federal priorities. State priorities.
Oh, yeah?
But, yeah.
We were walking out of our hotel.
You may want to make.
over here.
I'm happy to send it.
Stop
Yeah,
and talk
but
about it.
I'll check Jen.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff
Or the
goes here.
platform.
Well,
This.
no.
Then we.
And he's very aware that I'm not supposed
Priority
to.
for us to do something.
But that's okay. He's the current chair, so we gotta support him while he's the chair, then we can make a change. Yeah.
I mean, that's what I say. They could legislate priorities.
In RSD, Katie Covey has the packet, and then there's several of us that are gonna be distributing those in RSD.
Hey, Greg. How are you? Good to see you.
We won't see him until next Thursday. It's when we'll see him.
Yeah, do that. Yeah, we're gonna have 3 to 4.
But you can't come at all, like the whole week.
You know, this one of those go back and forth.
There is some rules that need to be made because right now it's just legislative priorities, federal, state, whatever. But you want to make a distinction between state and federal.
I mean, right now, these folks have been almost.
Is she gonna come Thursday, Friday, and Saturday?
Those four things.
Okay,
I know.
good. At least she'll be here for some of it, yeah.
But I'll bring my laptop tomorrow, but I'll meet some lined up. When we did our session with community, they'll hand you out a copy when you get there.
Awesome.
They don't kick it.
And I'm getting my feet wet as it is.
Right, and here's the other office.
Speak in favor or against or whatever.
That
That's the
really
key.
they are an RNC thing.
First time, first real committee I served
I'll
on
bring
was
my laptop
OP
tomorrow.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Attorney General. And that's what I figured out there is.
No, I agree. I agree. I agree. And that's why we have it in the platform.
Don't be afraid to
If this
speak
is
on
what they
something.
want the rules committee to do,
Yeah.
then we could get it done in 2 years.
That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do.
supposed to be here on Wednesday.
I would say that
Yeah.
because
Oh, no.
what you're looking at is going to require that, you can go ahead and testify.
She's got business in Austin.
And maybe somebody will convince that you can convince to bring it up. I don't know how far to go based on what you're going to say. Well, hopefully you have some good language. You may want to have some language to propose in the rules to make it easier for these guys to do. They're online. Yeah. Yeah.
What this is saying
Yeah.
deals with the speaker.
I got you. I'm actually parliamentarian of this committee, so I don't have time to mess with all that stuff. So yeah. So you would need to find the legislative priority rule, enabling rule, and say this is what we want to do. We want to have 2 groups, or even as simple as saying this is a state priority, this is a federal priority on all the priorities. Just saying, hey, we want to make sure that state and federal.
Three-fifths vote to censure any Speaker of the House, provided the member did not vote for a
You know how I feel about that.
Yep.
and a majority of the members of the
No.
Oh, caucus of the Republican caucus in the House. So basically, if
oh, really?
the Republican members of the House requested, hey, we need to censure that guy because he didn't vote for our caucus candidate, then the SREC could censure him if they could get a three-fifths vote.
Yeah, we're not living what we're supposed to be.
That's interesting.
It's very strange.
Yeah, I'll try to work that in.
Okay.
That'd be great. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
As I understand, somebody has to.
There has to be a motion from one of
Someone has to second.
there has to be a motion from one of the committee members and the second, and then we can discuss and they can even take testimony on it.
Yeah. I have no idea, but
Yeah.
I really am
Yeah,
trying to
this
try to
is-
focus. I'm so sorry.
Is Dawn here?
Dawn?
Yes.
My husband?
Your husband?
He took Matt to the airport.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he's head out. Okay, good for him.
Flag. Yeah. You have a copy of this?
Get Matt
Just the way I was feeling at the moment.
Cohen. Matt Cohen.
Well, and I'll tell you that
He's my rules guy for county rules. He helps me write.
I'll show you.
Virgil too. Virgil's crazy busy right now. Matthew may be able to help you create some language. He will be here. He's probably not here today, but he's probably at home.
appreciate you. Okay.
You want to make sure all these guys understand what you want to do, so you should testify.
How you doing?
Okay, good luck.
Let me see. I'll show you. This is if I can find it. What I had sent. This is what I had complete rewrite of Rule 44. I can get it to open here. Okay, yeah, we literally rewrote the entire thing, and it's basically 4 pages now. But it's literally step by step by step by step. How each one is done, but
The way it was useless.
then we've made it can go up to 6 years in the past instead of just 2. Of course, it can't go back past this convention, but in the future it'll be able to up to 6 years. And then if they have a certain number, I think it was, I see it's in here somewhere. The penalties are automatic. If the SREC votes that there are this number of censurable violations, then this is the automatic penalty. SREC doesn't vote on what the penalty would be.
Are you staying here?
But it's like, let's see, if your
We have a
arrangement
hotel
was-
that's probably like 15 minutes away, but we were considering to stay further down in the park and watch and stuff. And so we have like a different parking spot. It's going to be like a 10-minute walk, and the one was like, I want to be in here.
Two center meetings of the SREC.
Did you see my?
Co-chair.
Basic RPT.
So your mom here?
One
My mom's
was,
here, and then
She chairing?
yes. So, and yes, and then my brother's here. One of my brothers.
another was,
He's been at the last one. Wasn't at the last one that we had in
and so
but
strengthening the legal
came
ground.
down. My mom early on, she was like,
We'd have to, well, for closing the primary,
because
we're
we
gonna
didn't know
have
if
to
he
change
was a week or not, and
the
she was like,
election code.
I was shocked he got in the car.
I mean, we can make our own rules all day, but
Oh, sorry.
unless, now, I'll tell you, the election code is gonna have to be either amended by the legislature, or a court's gonna have to find the election code is unconstitutional, throw it out.
I mean, you can do it, but just
Or portions of the election code, which I think there are portions of the election code which violate our First Amendment right, because the party is a private entity, we're not a governmental
Right,
entity.
all the rules are made up by the judges. There's nothing in the
Right.
Constitution.
Right.
Yeah. This, and then two, it's like, that's part of the reason we drove down this morning.
And that's, hopefully that's what
down
our,
the night before, but it was like,
So this is,
gonna be anyway.
the Republican Party shall not interfere with any censured member's right to register in the next general election as an independent.
Yeah, they can file as an independent, they can
I know
file as a
they can.
Democrat or whatever, they just can't file as a Republican.
It's the only thing, the reason to do that is to sort of emphasize, because one of the things the court says, oh, you're taking away the guy's rights if you voted for it. And you're just saying, so it's emphasizing, I don't know if it really does anything.
I hit my 5-year
And what are the other,
anniversary.
there's something else, oh, the notice,
So one of my,
Took your vacation.
sort of
I
in
told
the
them ahead of time,
application,
some of the,
to say, these are the things we expect you to
some of them are
do.
very
If you don't
outspoken.
do them, we're gonna censor you.
Well, and that's in here.
It's one thing if your
Okay,
name's on the
good.
resume, but I'm
We've got
like, I
that
don't
spelled out here,
Okay,
yeah.
excellent.
Right here.
Okay, good.
Record vote.
That's okay. One of them, he actually just
All
decided
kinds of,
that
there's several
his
things that
son
list.
used to be
Oh,
there,
and
so I
the other
think
thing
it's like very
is, with
conservative,
regard to
and
the
I told
speaker,
him what I was doing.
is
He
to
was
say,
like, I'm all on
you've
board,
got,
but
you
it's
had
out
a
of me.
chance in the
So I told
Republican
him
caucus
that he
to
didn't know anything
support
until
and
like
vote
last
for
week,
any
and then
Lawyers are the worst,
person of
right?
your choice.
Right.
So we're
and
not
he
really
messaged me this morning.
telling you you can't exercise your
Messaged me this
discretion.
morning.
You had an opportunity to vote in the caucus
But,
meeting.
but if you want to be a Republican,
You're agreeing,
when
you
the
will support
caucus-
what the caucus decides, exactly, exactly.
Everything that's all there.
That's
just-
all.
Like, because
I agree.
like I would,
Okay.
maybe I was
Yeah,
thinking
this-
or not, but it's like
this whole-
kind of
yeah,
like
this is
go
a-
back and forth
We,
of like,
we completely rewrote the whole thing with the idea that, one, we want to make it easier for the executive committees, county executive committees to understand what the process is that they have to do if they want to censure somebody.
Late at night, every 30 minutes.
And then we wanted to, another thing we wanted to do is we want to return control to the local control. So if you're censuring like a state rep that represents a small district, we should trust the county and the district to know that rep's business more than the SREC, which is people from all over the state.
The other side of
So
that.
they have to pass it by a 2/3, but the SREC only has to pass it by a simple majority.
The other thing about that though is often if you get a guy who's a really good politician, he's got the CEC wrapped up.
Yeah.
I think so. You're never going to get the CEC to censor.
Sometimes
I
that's
mean,
true, yeah.
That's like the worst guy was King in the last go around. He didn't get censored. He wasn't even recommended for censure.
He should have been. Should have been.
Should have
Definitely
been.
should have been.
But
this, and this clears it up because the reason they couldn't censure him because he was the committee chair.
or he was running his rental
Under
car
this
somewhere,
rewrite,
something like that.
if the committee chair doesn't bring a legislative priority bill in front of the committee and hold a vote, then he can be censured. That's a censurable act. So that way, if you're the chair, you can't just not pass it. That way, because if they don't even present it to their committee, it doesn't get out of committee, it doesn't get voted on the floor, and then they don't have a floor vote to censure them on this way. If they don't bring it in front of their committee, then they can be censured.
did you get the very tricky? They get their committee to pass it, support it, and they sponsor it. And it's unanimous, notice, and then it just sits on the desk
Well, we saw like hotel
a
entrance.
day before the end of the session.
Right.
Oh, we ran out of time.
Well,
Across the sky bridge with carrying
in
water
this,
bottles
being
and
able
stuff,
to
and it's like, well,
censure
we can't be too far away. We can do it, but it'd be
the
nice to be
committees,
on the correct side of the
this would
building.
include the calendars
Do
committee.
that. So we, by the
So
time
if
we like
somebody,
circle, we probably made it.
if somebody,
You're like outside
like
the
a
building.
Ken
at,
King,
like 10:32.
Brenda's
yeah,
gonna
this
say.
is Brenda.
Carry stuff in, find them.
We don't talk to him. How are you? Good to see you, Steve.
So y'all got into town.
Steve, right?
Yes, Steve.
It's nice to meet you in person.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm trying to learn all this. I'm trying to grow.
We've talked a lot over the, over the signal and everything.
So you're precinct chair. Where are you?
Wilmington County.
I don't know where that is.
Where's that?
Austin.
We have two.
Yeah, just north of Austin. Just north of Austin.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I have
Be
to.
here
Yeah, well, we
today.
need
It's
some
like last year we didn't have anybody here.
Anything close to all time is scary.
Very scary.
So the reason I've been talking with Daniel is because I had a proposal for the Rule 44.
Last couple of times they've had it
Strengthening it?
Definitely.
So, and it was one of those, we can have you do that.
Here's something he just was pointing out for the state chair, for the state House rep.
I'll figure it out.
House, the state House, Speaker of the House, I'm sorry, Speaker of the House.
Especially in Matt's position.
On
And
recommendation
now,
of a majority of the.
I saw her up here, I was like, oh, she'll be pretty.
SRC can initiate a censure
Trim your background
without
and
it coming from the CEC.
typing and everything, it'll be helpful.
If a member doesn't vote for the caucus candidate for
Last
speaker.
time you'll have to.
Because the caucus already has it.
But the bad thing is the speaker, right? Right now it's saying it's how you vote. It's on how they vote.
That one time, just for a little bit, that was, I think it was like my
Well, no,
very
this is-
first
this is
one.
on the
It was just like 2 hours well, it was for like 2 hours, and basically set keywords on the
They
screen.
choose
It wasn't
one
even
candidate
right, but I think whoever
in
they had,
In a
like,
secret room.
their secret meeting, yeah.
Crocker was doing it.
All the Republicans then are supposed to, in January, vote for that person to be speaker. Well, you saw what happened last time, 36 failed on us.
Yeah, they have a rule, but they have no way to enforce it.
But they don't follow it.
literally my.
So this would.
Because I saw, like, the way y'all were sitting, I was like, oh, there's
Same
not another
situation
person.
happened that happened in 25.
For that.
Then I guess if a majority of those of the House caucus, the Republican caucus, contacted the SREC and said, hey, these guys didn't vote for the speaker, we want them censured. And the SREC by
So you're just late booking a hotel, or you would have gone.
could censure those particular reps that didn't vote for that speaker. Yeah.
Not for the speaker itself, but on the House reps.
For the reps.
So are you going to speak? Are you going to testify?
Yeah, I'm going to speak.
Later on.
Okay, good.
I'm not necessarily a good speaker, but,
At least you'll say.
Do you want someone else to speak?
I made a motion to speak.
oh, sure.
I mean, I'll make the motion.
Let's say you have another mention somewhere.
I thought you did.
Sounds good to me.
Because he can't speak from, he can't speak from the audience.
No, we need someone to second.
Got a lot to it. Random name for a motion that needed to be made.
That at least gets a discussion. And I can,
Well, they were coming and
So I
messing with
can-
my computer. I'm like,
from 3 to 4,
stop.
I don't know how you're doing it.
Oh, it's all good.
Well, if you actually wing that snap at me, that's okay.
I know.
I know that you're people throw rocks at the gun right now.
We're good. We're good. I just didn't, I mean,
That's right.
I wasn't supposed to do any of this, but I didn't want what happened last time to happen again. And I was like, I'm doing it.
I love
Appreciate it.
having
I mean,
more time.
We'll
more than
see.
you.
We'll see.
This last time was
I
just.
run 3 businesses and
Still, yesterday, I still don't know if it was.
Then I ran for a year for state rep. I need a little bit of time to breathe. Maybe in the
No,
future.
I think we can.
No offense to anybody, but it just.
People say, well, this is spend more time with family, but I posted my exact truth of my reasons.
I really appreciate this format.
There's several large tracts of land that
Except counting votes and here it's.
Even when they did the tables, they still had issues with numbers by hand.
Table, see, people in front couldn't see who was in the back.
this big here.
Well, we'll talk to her. She's on the rules committee.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be good to talk to all of them. Talk to
Well,
them as
there's
private
only-
as you can. There's 31 of us.
Even my early ones, like it's interesting because like you had a computer and nobody else, and then now it's like everything computers, but then you're not. That was the first thing.
It has to be posted on the wall in which the delegates can see the standing rules. Live document. But that's the most. Right. Well,
So it can be on the screen for us.
especially if it's original. Because if you would,
That's the key
you can
to
vote to
me.
reopen that and give
Yeah, 'cause it
that.
used to be us having to run like copies of
Like the controversial,
20
like
copies
20
of, you know, whatever, many different things.
but having a record vote on the
Other
wall
side of the
now,
system, having to run down and get it.
matters.
Flash drive to make new copies.
Yeah, I used it last night. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't. Well, I know you added that last minute thing to say, as time permits, we can take more testimony.
That's a substantive.
That was what you added, but I don't even know what you voted on because it wasn't available.
It's the same thing they have with it.
Voted on.
No primary counts.
You emailed the delegates. No, you emailed McCartney and Beatty, you did.
It's crazy from all the attorney stuff I've been doing, and I know you read stuff. It's I've been doing. But part of the thing is like I would be in here and I'd have to like go on an errand or go pick something up, and then you don't have the paperwork in front of you, so it's not like the save if you're trying to like figure it out. And then I didn't realize till later you're like, oh, this is boring, and then you can like turn on, and then barely you've been in the platform. At least it's words and things you understand of what they're talking about differently. It's like I guess I never thought about.
You do? It's good, and I good to know when people take interest. Very valuable.
Nothing against my elders.
Because it's been like being started pretty young.
Let me start what I'm doing.
Yeah, exactly. I started when I was 12.
Yeah, it's whatever the email is that's on the website.
Have you eaten?
So
I have not. No.
yours is Daniel Hunt TS.
I mean, I guess we could. You got two
emails
though, right?
that I sent. One at
108, because it was like
10:54,
12:30 when you.
and there was a second one
You're
immediately
on lunchtime.
following.
I have sandwiches and stuff, but it's not like it's there's not
So
really
these
easy
are,
places
so I
like
have a
that, like
live
San
doc for the
Antonio,
general
like they had the
rules.
river.
I have a live doc for the supplemental rules.
Well, it's like
I have a
posted
live
up.
doc for the meeting minutes. And then I
I
have a
think so,
live
but it was
doc for
open.
the
There's like
committee.
this like Starbucks.
I can,
Wash your
and I'm trying to update that right now.
Okay, I got it. So I know what to look for now. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Depends on how long they're gonna take for your.
Cars in there.
We need more than that.
Delegates can see the rules that she says that's what that is.
I don't know, but if they're not ready yet, because. So.
I'm not. Somebody did object. Doing his role. If you wanted to go back. Yeah. It wasn't Dan. Dan Pickens did not make this, but there was another guy. That's fine.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I don't think there's a lot of merit to that delegation.
That's what it,
We've just passed our rules, so those should be published
no, that's what it is. No.
and it says we're taking
We're,
in the order.
they do, and I emailed it to you, your email that's on the CCOP website, to your committee.
No, that's just a word document.
I don't know. That's
That have live links.
So, I thank you for your help, and
Oh, sure.
I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
I'll run around and see who else I can.
Talk to as many of us as you can and explain,
Even if they had,
convince them why
Well,
this
you're
is
the
a good
first
idea.
one that's understood it.
Oh, I get it.
But
I was there on January 15th when we got stabbed in the back by by
Yes,
the,
we
by
need
the
to see if we're
36th.
gonna allow people to
Okay.
testify. What time was that?
3 to 4?
3 to 4?
Was it 3 or 4? So you told us we're coming back at 2. That's all I remember.
Me to walk with you and go
I
find
think
out
it was
if
3.
Papa
Yeah, I
does.
think that's right.
Because we need,
They
we
got
need
something
that
down
out.
there. Can I bring you anything?
Oh, I'm
To
good.
testify on Rule 44, right, Daniel?
Do what?
We need Paul Hill to testify on
Yes.
strengthen Rule 44. I have it printed off.
I'm going to email it to you. Do you have access to email?
Yeah, I can't. Did you get Rachel Hooper's email?
Email?
Did you get Rachel Hooper's email?
I did, but
And I never got it.
it's supposedly taken me to a live doc, but this is not a live doc. This is a Word document that's not, there's no changes on it.
I've sort of been working. I went to January.
After this is over, we'll
That's
see
a
what
Word
they're gonna do.
document. That's not a live doc.
Yes.
Oh, wait, hold on.
1 through all the way around.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Real-time changes in view mode. Okay. All right, that's that one.
It's within the realm until a quorum is.
I wonder where there's a.
See, this one doesn't have changes. Okay, now it does, okay.
Daniel, the
It's
changes aren't
working.
in there yet because I'm doing them now.
Yeah, I just saw where it said you're seeing changes in real time now, so, yeah, I got you.
Interrupt you real quick,
We
Daniel.
had to
Hold
work
on just a
in
second, let me make sure this is working
for
right.
the other documents.
Yep,
that
there it goes,
Andy
okay.
he wants to put it in.
Don't need that.
It hasn't been in there because I haven't.
So if you had this situation actually happen to me, I had a resolution that I wanted to
Yeah.
introduce.
It is, but this is.
The chair didn't like it. And
It's
so
bringing
he
up
ruled
a Word document on mine.
he said it was the 44th century. It wasn't.
I have no idea. Because I don't have the link to
Local
that.
central.
Yeah, it was I already knew who it was.
That would be the best.
To get state field.
So just to view it, yeah, view it as what we've got, yeah. Instead of having to watch it up there, which is
knew
almost
that we
impossible to
couldn't
see.
in our county for century.
So y'all have your backs to it. Over here, I'm old. I've got these. I can't read
Orange,
this.
Orange County is the censure code, date, field, and blah, blah, blah. And then all the whereases stay the same, change the ending of it. So I tweaked it.
Well,
and made it
this is bringing it up in Word, but it said I'm viewing real-time changes. So I guess this is basically the same as watching it in Google Docs, I'm hoping.
So
You're in concurrent.
yeah, so I
think that's what this is, because it's in my Google browser, but it's bringing up in a Word document. So I guess that's what it's, yeah, I guess that's what it
it
is.
says that we can do this in the 44th century.
That's our minutes. Let me see, like, here's our supplemental rules. I don't see any changes in our supplemental rules that we made. This was from this email. I was just clicking these links, and it, like, when I clicked supplemental rules, it brought up this.
Were you in one of those?
So.
This would be a help.
Oh, okay. This
It
is
would be, but Orange County was.
so I had to go dig it out there and bring it out.
We did the same.
Right.
We actually got a resolution in support.
Well,
It got happy.
and I said, I challenge the decision of the chair. I appealed to the chair. And he wouldn't take it.
Wouldn't
He would just sit down and shut up. What did you do then? I mean, he did apologize to everybody at the next meeting because I'm parliamentarian.
He's trying to, well, when our chair wouldn't do it, I told him, all about it. All those in favor because it's very specific in the language on the appeal. Shall the decision of the chair be sustained or agreed to? So if you're against the chair, then you would vote no. Always take the first vote. Yes.
This isn't a violation. We're in violation.
Sustaining the rule. So our chair wouldn't put the question, saying you need to stay. Those in favor, shall the decision of the chair be sustained? You wouldn't say it.
So what do we do? What's the remedy for that if someone violates our
So it would depend if it's early.
Hey, how are you?
And you have a chair that's not following the
Yeah,
rules, you
thank
have to
you.
always make the motion to, it's the
It
motion to
was?
vacate the chair. It's not in context of what. Roberts does it for the purpose. It's majority. If you get a chair that's not following, it's the motion to declare the chair
I was a little
vacant.
behind.
It's generally how it's stated.
That's
There's no
Denton.
motion to vacate the chair.
Oh, I'm good. I got it.
It's a motion to declare the chair vacant. And
Exactly.
that's a good motive if a chair that's not following the rules and basically not presiding, but deciding. You want a chair that presides, not decides, right? It should be up to the assembly to decide that position. So,
Did y'all use that when your chair did it?
no, I finally got loud as parliamentarian. I said, all those in favor say aye. Sustaining the ruling of the chair. And not very many people. I said, all those opposed to the decision of the so I actually called for the vote. Yeah, just advised
that
him
was,
he had to call for the vote.
see, I'd gone
But he knew
to
it was, he was going to be overruled. He didn't
way to do that.
his decision. So, but we, our county chairs
Oh, that's, that's the way it
do
works.
things.
Well, my county chair is now the president of TRCCA.
The problem with doing it.
So would that be Smith?
Yeah.
He's got
So funny
a
story.
lot of support in the county.
That county chair was elected by the grassroots.
He wasn't even
Conservative wing of Wise County come in, was organized through Andy Hopper, state rep, a group. They put him up to run as the conservative, and because our former county chair, him and another guy ran the Wise County Party in conjunction.
It's not the Trail of the Texas Federation. This guy's running.
So anyway, somebody
Turns around. Is it?
county chair was elected, real conservative. He asked me to help him. He never named me as the partly he said I was advisor on the rules. That way, supposedly I could vote for him, but I never did because I felt conservative. So anyway, at every meeting he went to TRCC, he come back on numerous rules.
This one.
By the end of his term,
So he's got to run as an
he wouldn't do anything. Anything because everybody's against him. So it seemed like it was progressive. The more he got into those meetings and indoctrinated into the philosophy that you were in the county, you were the county chair, you're elected by the citizens, you got to do this. It finally got to where yeah, he would not. We had a meeting place to meet, established an organizational meeting, and he just arbitrarily let it go. No, we're not going to meet anymore. CC establishes a meeting. The common thing would be to make sure is what the assembly is. We moved it to the meeting because we had a lawyer on our CEC that was laying out putting together a census resolution with Wise County getting its representative state rep back in 22.
closing the conference.
That's when they redistricted. So it was a situation where we wanted to do it because I was kind of the parliamentarian. Censor here. They had Wise County.
educational point for
Because
me.
you have to follow some discipline here. And so our CDC wound up being our county sheriff. The guy that couldn't get in, didn't want to bring anything. He didn't run again because he had lost, he knew all the precinct chairs in Erie Five. So.
Oh,
He
look
was
at
a new
you,
article come on
oh
there.
my God,
He was part of it. He laid out, thank you.
I thought I was.
You're welcome.
I thought
I
Rachel Hill
understand
was
what
putting
you're.
up.
She's buying us
no.
right here.
Oh, no, that's,
The three
yeah,
actions
that's,
outside.
that's like standing at Starbucks.
They met one of the
Yeah,
legislation
the
bodies
first guy
in
you do
Georgia.
is
And they, right after he voted. Yeah.
The party following the rules. We've got to follow the rules. And this is the current biennium, and this is the last biennium, even though it was only a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, but wouldn't it over the negotiating unit, the Democrats over the Second Amendment? That's why he was booed in 22 for the whole time he spoke. It was because of it. He had been elected.
Yeah.
What, I guess it would have been elected in 2020. Elected in 2020, took office in 21,
Chair
showed
too,
up
and
at
I
the
saw that, I'm like,
convention in 20.
okay, I see what's going on here, good.
Because he has a 6-year term, he was saying. You know, now he's set up 6 years later and got his hand, got his butt handed to him.
He violated,
You know, people
was
are,
there another
I'm
state?
tired of hearing
He violated.
they ought to be like the founding fathers, serve a couple of terms and go back home and let other people go. Most people, most people will say, hey, I love my car, it was something that yours is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a collective problem. They all paint into the same picture. And a lot of this, once they get there and they get that taste of it, especially on the federal level. No senator will serve, 2 terms would be 12, 3 terms would be 18.
Man, you know, I mean,
30 years.
the Republican motion
That was what I was told, is that
There's gonna be a bunch of
it's
protests, I'm
very
scared,
hard
it's gonna, it's not gonna be safe. I
to
said,
get rid of an incumbent. They just have so much power.
safest area.
Population is
But
back.
I think there,
This is an
I think
anomaly.
there will be
yes,
more.
so that's what a lot of people say.
I don't think we're gonna have any problem.
Canada can run into.
I think it's
Well,
a lot of verbal,
Round Rock,
which is fine. Which is,
he drew up,
should have brought popcorn.
if he wins and
We want to pass over.
Austin's definitely going to be a lot.
Three things.
We shouldn't have to put them in the microwave. It's like.
I would love to keep Austin weird, keep him. Just don't send him to Washington.
I love it when I get when our oh, that's
He would always come
I
back.
have SD 9, 10, Rachel Hill has
Good to be
one,
back.
yes, I know.
Back in Texas.
Need to be back in Texas.
You just didn't know that I was.
Somebody just put, Ken Paxton got born in Texas.
we don't like
A lot more.
I didn't say anything bad about you.
change the culture.
Yeah.
He does.
That everybody knows if you're Republican.
Two different management styles.
Me,
There's a couple specific.
I don't really, everyone has
Senate district.
Right.
I don't think anybody in the
you run as a public and you.
Hey, we've got to find our niche, right?
There you go.
Yeah, anything to do with her or that,
Call for roll.
And that
Well,
thing
I know
is
you.
Are laws are technicalities. We'd have to pay attention to laws. The courts don't enforce the law. The laws don't matter. And we need to say within our party that we do believe in following laws, that we do believe in speaking truth, that we can leave lying to the Democrats, and we should not be lying to each other. Okay? And we have lots of cases of verifiable lying by public officials where they make statements referring to data where we can go in and see, yeah, they just stood in public and lied to us. And you know what? It's not a problem. It's not in our principles. You know, they don't have to speak the truth. It's okay to lie to us because, you know what? The Republican Party doesn't care about lying and cheating because it's not in our principles. And I think it would go a long way to improving the reputation of the Republican Party to put in there that we obey laws, we follow rules, and we speak the truth. A significant number of people who are voters call themselves independents, and they hate both parties. I know us.
well, you got it.
Something specific you are trying to do right now, not during the meeting.
yeah, I need to.
I think it was real slow, the more.
Rachel, how you doing? What's the minutes?
Yeah.
Just for the,
So there's 4 links.
oh, there's 4 links, okay.
One is the minutes, and yeah, they're behind.
You can't do both.
I can't do it
Okay,
all
that's
and
why I was,
put it up there
because I was going to use the minutes for my report. They'll be up there.
in about 1 minute.
Okay, you're working. Sounds good.
Yeah.
Days where I couldn't be at work making money and I'm out doing a volunteer job, things like that.
Legislature knows.
Carrie Chester's right. Yeah. He used to be with, or is he still with? Power Texas, work hard.
He said I'd had more legislation. The thing is like if he votes against the legislative priority, he knows it's going to pass. that out. It's next to impossible.
How are you, sir? Running around.
And so if the committee chair doesn't pass out the other 11,
That makes sense.
yeah. There are
My feeling is that key position is speaker. Speaker chooses the chairs, speaker chair chooses the rules, speaker chair sets priorities. I mean, you get the right speaker, you're done.
I don't think I have time now.
Yeah, everybody.
It's 1:30.
1:30.
Yeah.
I may get a sandwich and bring it back here.
Get it all dialed in. If they're a decent guy, it's all dialed in.
Hold on.
I've got a proposal
My cat back in my water.
to address the speaker issue. Proposal is
All right.
it's keeping well squishy.
At or 3:30, and so I'm kind of like, even though we got up super early, I'm like, it's gonna mess me up if I eat that early and then be like,
rules as amended, please say aye. Aye. All opposed? The ayes have it. The supplemental rules are passed. We are now on, okay, we're going to have public testimony from 3 to 4, but we can get started on the rules until then. Under the supplemental committee rules, we start with Rule 46. So the first order of business on Rule 46, and you can make amendments once we get something on the floor. I'll entertain a motion to adopt. What was the date of the SREC? Okay. I'll entertain a motion to adopt the language for Rule 46 of the that the SREC adopted in June of 2025.
Mr.
14, 2025.
Mr. Chairman, Andy Eller, SD 24. I move the adoption of Rule 46 language as previously adopted by the State Republican Executive Committee in June.
Been a motion for a second. Second by Dan Hunt. Go into discussion. Andy, do you want to speak on your motion?
Yeah. For those who know, or maybe don't know, I'm on the officials committee, and one of the things we did on the officials committee is we met with the attorneys when we were talking about closed primaries, and Rule 46, as you may recall from last convention, was a lot bigger, had information in there on who could be a Republican and how we determined who would be registered with the Republican Party of Texas. And when we began meeting with our attorneys and discussing the potential for the lawsuit, they basically advised us to simplify it as much as possible because that interferes with the potential for a lawsuit. And the courts would look at that and say, well, you've already made those declarations, and that could totally impugn what we were trying to do. So we came up with this language, and they agreed that that was the most simple language that we could use, and basically saying our primaries are closed, and then we can fight that fight. Now, as I think Chairman Rinaldi has said, now we're ripe for this, and we can move on. So that's why I do recommend we go ahead and adopt this language, and we do not change it.
Anyone else? Or against?
Mr. Chairman, Armin Calderon, SD 27. I'd like to make an amendment to the motion.
Please state your amendment.
My amendment is to add after
whichever it is. I've lived in a state, New Jersey, which some people call a foreign country, and they have closed primaries, and it worked very well up there. Of course, it worked for the Democrats very well up there, but it will work. Uh, the the voters are going to look at the candidates and the values of those candidates, and that's what's going to make the difference. It's not going to be whether there's an R or a D on their ballot. If we close the primaries, it needs to be the same everywhere. So that's why I believe this. That's why I would want to keep the closed primaries for all of the counties.
Thank you.
you.